All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and our home team. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go one more. Check, 22, check, Bomber. 22, check, Bomber. Off.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On second down now, it's Hunt, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They run it with Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Hey, tight. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Alert.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Round 80. 52. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On second down, it's Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Second and 5 at the 11-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
You run. Check 61. Max box. Right. Check 25.
Play action, it's Taylor. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Taylor. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6 How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Check 96, pull it high.
Now it's Carson. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Chris Carson, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey. Zoom. Mike 5'9". Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Here's Taylor to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
The Bills take
Good
over
work, boys.
1st
Let's go.
and 10
Let's
at
go.
their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
I got you, boy.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Carson. And some space here. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
Here's Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and 2, Allen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Watch the curl.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now Taylor on 1st down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chargers' 40-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Cody's right. Watch that.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Here we go again.
Here's Allen. They'll run the screen with Carson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Tighten up.
Here's Taylor. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, that forced the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Allen going to try and throw on third down. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
X3, 218, chop. 5 wide, half 10.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 37-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's get that ball, Let's get that ball right here. Twist. Alert!
They run again with Carson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. I got you.
Now Taylor. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Taylor. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. 49. 49's the Mike. 49's the Mike. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit. Hut, go.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They'd hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Alert! Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Sub. Here we go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 18. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Half 85. You don't want none. Pick up the ball. 50.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent gain, 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
You don't eliminate. Watch it. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Allen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now Allen, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And no, it's incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Taylor. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check it back. Check it back. Middle. Rush in. Alert. 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 36. Slam.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carson. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Allen now from the gun. He'll throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Bills on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or two short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with fourth down, forthcoming.
4 yards. It's now fourth down.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down? They run for it with Carson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Taylor. He's got it to Williams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Taylor. And that will be incomplete. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
They're going on fourth down. It's Taylor. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, tight. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Okay, let's run it.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Mike, 180. 52. Quit talking about it and bring it.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bills, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they